Module 7, your value proposition. This is a term that you're familiar with, but I'm not sure to what extent you employ it into your business. Most businesses have one in one form or another, implicit or explicit, but not every business communicates it to its people, and not all of the people understand that it sits there in the background in one form or another. Some businesses don't have one at all, but some businesses kind of go about it without realizing that they formed one along the way. It really is the philosophy, the process, and everything that sits in the background, the design, the architecture, and the engineering of the business, all that collectively contribute to the client experience. What moves you between the value proposition and the client experience is this thing that you might refer to as the elevator pitch. It's how you communicate and articulate your value proposition. The value proposition isn't only what your potential clients see and hear, but it's also what they feel. It's the feeling they get when they depart, when they walk away, after you've had a particular conversation. If it's an existing client, after they've engaged with you and or your business. How do they feel? Well, they feel what they feel as a result of you and your business delivering on the value proposition. And it's really important that that delivery to the experience happens in the approach stage as well. In other words, when you're connecting with a potential client, you have to give them that experience. And if you haven't done the work in the background to design and create that experience, your potential client is not going to feel it to a point that they're going to make a positive decision to have a first meeting with you. Many advisors may think about this as differentiators as well, and it's really funny. Because out there in the industry, there are so many advisors that think that, for example, doing an F&A and an annual review is a differentiator. They are not. They are required by the financial planning profession as part of your process. What differentiates you is so much more than that. And the work that you do in this module will explore exactly that, your uniqueness, what has you stand out from the competition, what has you leave a memorable impression with a person that you are trying to bring on as a client. I love the example of when you're one of 3 financial advisors speaking to a prospective client. Let's imagine that you were the first one that that potential client spoke to, and then he or she is speaking to the 2 others. Seconds into the conversation with the 2 others, they stop hearing anything they're saying or looking at anything they're presenting, and they're just thinking about you and what you presented and what you said and how you presented yourself. And if you were the third he or she had met 2 before you, seconds or minutes into your presentation, in your conversation, in your engagement with them, they are forgetting everything about the other 2. And they're just thinking, I want to work with this person. This is my financial advisor. So what do you do and how do you do it so that you rise to the top of that potential client's list as advisors that he or she wants to work with? That's the value proposition. That's the engineering and design and architecture that you do in the background to build yourself up, to present yourself in such a compelling fashion and manner that the person you're speaking to has no choice but to work with you because you are that good. That's value proposition. Enjoy the work in this module. It will take you to the next level.